Do you want to just kickstart us off by kind of explaining the situation where you're at, almost that, just the feelings that are going on right now?
Yeah, I think the feelings going on, like, I feel like I lose confidence in terms of what I'm doing. Like, I just don't know, like, I don't have that full confidence when I'm going on calls with people. Like, I want to feel like the man that can help them with content and help them get to where they want to be and their goals with Spotify. But, like, sometimes I just don't feel like that actually happens and, like, comes out.
Okay.
And, yeah, maybe it's just, like, lacking that confidence.
Okay. What's your offer at the moment? What are you helping people do?
It kind of is a mix of, like, helping them establish their brand and their identity, who they are, how they want people to feel through content, helping them put together goals that are actually going to work, like, in place, so putting together the processes of how we get to their goals, so really establishing what we're going to hit over the 1 month or 3 month, and then, yeah, putting in place the processes, so establishing that. It's all pretty much call based, helping them basically build them a Notion hub as well, where we store a content calendar. I show them how to, like, properly plan inside of, like, a proper content calendar with the right tags and stuff, and then pretty much do that, and then help them structure out all the content, help them put in place, like, differentiating the content as well, so different content themes, so music promo, and then, like, actual lifestyle content. So having that split as well, that balance of showing people who they are rather than just music.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're helping music artists grow.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. One thing that we'll get into as well, obviously I know I've asked you there to kind of explain the details of the offer, but we want to, by the end of this, we want to kind of get to that situation where it's all why based. So I feel like at the moment you're getting a little bit confused on calls. Do you feel like you're getting confused on calls because you're telling people a lot about what you're going to do, and then when you come to working with clients, you're not clear on that?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
What we want to change and kind of get to is almost that situation where people will buy into that feeling and then almost don't care what the deliverables are to get there. They just trust that you will. And however that works, the way that you want to do that is kind of where we want to get to by the end of this. So building out that feeling. In terms of content, where are you at with posting yourself, kind of getting your brand out there, inbound leads, this type of stuff? Like, how's that feeling?
Yeah, content's shit. Like, yeah, content isn't, like, I don't know. I've been in really good spirits. Like, the year started, I set in place the right goals. Like, everything felt good. I've come out here to Morocco. I think a lot of things have hit me. I don't know. That's what's hit me. A lot of things within the business have hit me. Content doesn't feel right. I scripted a couple videos and posted them. They don't feel right.
Okay.
I'm losing, like, what I should actually be posting. I'm just struggling with actually, like, what to talk about anymore. Like, it gets repetitive. It feels like when I document the journey, it doesn't feel natural. I don't know what the problems are, but yeah, no inbounds at all, really.
Okay.
And yeah, just not much interest in the actual content.
Okay. We'll dive into all of that. So we'll kind of create that strategy moving forward as well. What doesn't feel right? When you say you kind of script out some videos, what doesn't feel right? Do you know what that is, or is it almost just like you feel disconnected to the content?
Like, it's always tonality, which is just a small one, but, like, the tonality doesn't feel right. It feels like I'm just always, like, forcing it a bit. Yeah, just, I don't know. I just feel like also it just feels repetitive in terms of what I say. Like, it's always about, like, building relationships and, like, giving people a reason to care about your music, but it always just comes across in the same way.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Okay. And finally, to kind of future pace it, what's the vision? Where do you want to get to? Let's go a year's time.
I want to make sure I've helped 100 music artists grow.
Cool.
They've all got different goals, but overall grow.
Yeah.
It might be help out of 100 of them, like, one of them might be I've helped them get to 5,000 monthly listeners. One of them might have helped them grow 100 followers. But if I can help 100 artists and have that impact, from establishing their brand, to getting in place the calendar, to getting them being consistent, to getting them posting the right content, to getting them posting not just music but showing people who they are.
Yeah.
If I can help 100 music artists do that, that will be my fulfillment for this year.
Okay. Nice. Why?
It's like, explain why.
Listen. No, sorry. What was it? Think.
Think. Why? Why do I want to help 100 music artists?
Yeah.
Because, I mean, I didn't make what I do now for no reason. Like, I've always loved music. I've been making music myself, and then I went and made this business for a reason. Like, I wanna be able to help others. When I was that kid, when I was 14, 15, and I didn't know what to post, online to build my views and build my streams. And then I ended up getting to a point where I built, 50,000 monthly listeners and millions of streams. I understood how to do that.
Yeah.
So it's like, actually now showing people how I done that. And that's like my enemy. It's like helping my younger self.
Yeah.
Like helping my younger self. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you want to just run through us quickly kind of what that story is, like almost how you'd say what your story is? If someone asked you who you are and you couldn't explain that you do business, content, music artist, no nothing like that, you just had to tell them your story. What would you tell us now?
Wait, what specific story?
Just your origin story, like who you are, you know, where BCK came from, how that all kind of went, and how that led you to now. Like, you know, you mentioned your younger self a lot. I kind of want to almost understand that picture of your younger self.
I feel like it started when I was young, just like singing and stuff, and then around 8 years old, 2014, I had like this bike accident where I like fell off my bike. I tore my kidney, which was like, it never happened before because no one's ever torn their kidney, which was a really interesting one. They interviewed me on ITV News, which was really crazy. And yeah, I had that. I came out of hospital. I got straight on a bike, which just like sort of showed the person I was. Like, I wanted to just carry on and go again. And it was like sort of that feeling of like I wanted to do more. Like from 8 years old, I got into theatre shows. I don't know what it was, but I guess I always liked singing, so I started to get into theatre shows. I joined a couple drama schools, dancing, singing, acting. Performed in the West End, performed around the UK, to be fair. And yeah, done theatre shows. Secondary school, started music. Year 7, year 8, dropped my first song, a Fortnite song, which is really cool. Got a lot of hate for that, and yeah, and then got a lot of hate through secondary making music, and then it sort of was like hate, and then it sort of got to year 10. Everyone was sort of like liking me, and like I was like, oh wow, and it was like the numbers. Everyone started to see the numbers. Everyone started to see me on their TikTok screens. They were like, wow, like, whoa, this guy goes to my school. And it got to the point where year 11 leaving day, everyone was asking me for signatures and taking pictures with me, which was fucking weird and sick.
Yeah.
But they were like, yeah, I fucking love your music. So it's weird. And that was school. And then went to music college. Yeah, I didn't have much clarity from that. I felt like I already knew what I was doing with music. I just not in like a cocky way. I just felt like I didn't really get much help from that. And then, yeah, I sort of lost my path of music, and I wanted to build something that can help other music artists, you know, actually grow. So I just took time out to study that a bit more, and I feel like I still study that every day.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the story really.
I like it. I like that. Nice. Okay. By the end of this, we want to get to a situation where we've got clarity on what you're selling. You know, really, really from your messaging perspective, like how you market it, but also how you go and deliver that as well. Like building out your offer. Like me and Joe are very strong on the fact that if you kind of find that why first, you don't have to look at anything that anyone else is doing to figure out how you should deliver what you want to do. It's almost like, you know, even the decision of like, oh, should I do 1 month or should I do 3 months? It always comes back to the why. You know, if the why is to help 100 music artists because that's how you want to help yourself, like almost the first thing is I'd get rid of 1 month because you wouldn't be able to help someone that quickly. So what we kind of want to do is just kind of clarify that offer, you know, from the start, figure out what you sell, and then from that we'll be able to kind of build that strategy in a way where we can, the content strategy in a way where you know what you need to post to feel confident, to build who you are, to tell your story, but also to get people interested in the service that you sell as well.
Yeah.
So that's what we want to get into.